As part of the Trump administration's crackdown on immigration enforcement, requests from federal agencies seeking cooperation from local law enforcement show no sign of slowing down.
But a lawsuit filed by a Wyoming man says that local cops are violating the rights of people that they hold for the immigration services. New at 6. Barton Dieters in studio control to break down these allegations. Barton.
Well, Sue and Brian, it is common practice for the Kent County Jail to keep people behind bars whenever federal immigration authorities suspect there may be a violation. But that common practice may not be constitutional. Juan Jose Romero Lara is a 32-year-old father who's been in the U.S. for about 15 years. He is a native of Mexico. Thursday, he was arrested and charged with domestic violence and then arraigned Friday in Wyoming, where a judge gave him a personal recognizance bond. Usually, that would mean he'd be out of jail in a few hours. But Immigration and Customs Enforcement contacted the jail and ordered him held.
So he should have been free on Friday at about 10 or 11 in the morning, and ICE didn't come pick him up until Monday at around 11.
The law says they have 48 business hours that the jail can hold. That does not include weekends, so he was released on time, but the attorneys say that's not the issue.
Being unlawfully present in the country is not a criminal act.
The detainer is a request unlike a warrant that comes from police agencies.
We have to have documentation from that entity that they have a legal interest in this person in a pending case.
That's an unlawful seizure. That's a false imprisonment. That's a violation of his due process rights.
The Kent County Undersheriff says the jail cooperates with the federal government just like they do all law enforcement. ICE looks at the county jail records, and they get fingerprint records that are shared when someone is processed.
It's just very hostile, the attitude, I think, and a lot of prevailing attitudes about immigration and immigrants right now.
The attorneys want Kent County to disregard the immigration holds. In an email to 24-Hour News 8, ICE says that refusing the holds could put the community in danger and impedes the agency from doing its job.
Well, they choose not to refuse at their detriment because they're violating every one of those individuals' rights.
This is a case unlikely to be settled in Grand Rapids Federal Court or anywhere outside of Washington, D.C. We'll continue to keep an eye on it and let you know the latest here and online at woodtv.com. In studio control, Barton Dieters, 24-Hour News 8.